Jaylo.
Yes.
In 1999,
Yeah.
for my birthday, my grandfather gave me some money. And I bought a CD called Black on Both Sides by Mos Def.
Okay.
He wasn't really a big star back then. But, you know, I was into that underground stuff, and I'd heard about him. I didn't really listen to the album until a couple months later, when I'm talking on the phone with my sister. And she mentioned that she was currently listening to a lot of Black Star, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with them.
You told me about them.
That was basically a group with Mos Def, Talib Kweli, and even though he's not an official member, I think of High Tech as a member of Black Star.
Okay.
Not very controversial opinion, but, you know, that's my take on it.
All right.
So I go out and I get the Black Star album, and it's great. It's an incredible album.
Yep.
Couple of years later, I'm going to say summer of 2002, I'm reading, I want to say, the Source magazine. And they have, you know, advertisements for upcoming albums.
Yeah.
One of them is a new Black Star release.
Is that a music magazine?
The Source was a hip-hop magazine.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who Benzino is?
No.
Okay. He was kind of a wannabe rapper who started the Source.
Yeah.
And then put out a diss track against Eminem.
Wow.
And Eminem came in hard against him.
Yeah.
The rumor is, and I don't know if this is true, that Interscope Records, which kind of partners with Dr. Dre and Eminem, got the government to open an investigation into the Source magazine.
Wow.
And Benzino lost his empire because of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So don't go against Slim Shady.
Okay.
But that's besides the point, babes.
Okay.
So I see this advertisement for the new Black Star album, and I'm excited. It's 2002. I'm 19-year-old Rick. Very excited. And it doesn't come.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting. It still doesn't come. 2004.
Yeah.
I'm in Santa Monica at a poetry reading.
Yeah.
And a guy comes on stage saying that he saw the Beastie Boys live the previous weekend.
Yeah.
And Black Star opened for them.
Really?
Yeah, now he may have had that wrong, but that's my memory of it. So I thought, okay, this is great. They must have a new album out.
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, the next year, in December, I'm on DVD.com and I read an article about these are the rap albums we're excited for in 2006.
Oh.
And one of them was the Blackout 2 by Red and Method Man. Red and Meth. And another one was Detox by Dr. Dre, which we ain't getting that album. And yet, another one was the upcoming Black Star album, the follow-up to their first release in 1999.
And you ordered that from online?
I read this on DVD.com.
No, I mean when you ordered your I'm guessing you ordered your CD, right?
No, I bought the first Black Star album in the store.
Oh, but you said it didn't come.
No, it came.
Okay.
I'm saying the album wasn't released. The follow-up.
Oh.
We're talking about the follow-up. Babes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's okay, babes. You're tired.
No. I wasn't. I got confused with which album you got, folks.
No, that's okay.
Sorry.
So I'm anticipating this thing and anticipating it, and life goes on, and I move on with my life. I enjoy the solo work of Talib Kweli.
Right.
And it's not that I don't like Mos Def, but he waited like 5 years before he released a follow-up to Black on Both Sides. Now, I know he did like a band album in between that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really my thing. So I kind of like his music fell off for me.
Oh, wow.
Why do I bring this up?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Yesterday, I'm on YouTube. And it was either Vlad or Hip Hop DX that did a post about how Black Star finally released their follow-up album.
Oh.
And asking listeners what they thought about it.
Really?
And I thought to myself, this is 20 years too late.
You mean they just
They just did their second release.
This year?
Apparently, like, within the last couple of weeks.
Wow, that's a really long time. That is 20 years too late. It's like, what happened to the last 20 years when everybody was waiting for it?
There's a couple of things about this.
Yeah.
One, I'm not going to rush out to listen to an album when, in my mind, I'm thinking they're never going to do a follow-up. So it's not like I need to listen to this right away. Mm-hmm. And two, the anticipation is gone.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're a young guy in your teens and you like Black Star, you're hoping for the follow-up album already.
So let's take this off of Black Star for a second.
Okay.
What did they teach us about how you can let anticipation go too far until it just becomes people lose interest?
Well, I mean, that's a good question. Well, don't people know that depending on where you are in your life, like whatever music you want or whatever music you like, you're expecting a follow-up album. Just like when you're reading a good book, you're expecting a follow-up book right away after that. Wouldn't they know that people anticipate things for things? They wait in anticipation and they're hoping that you're going to deliver. And when you don't deliver, and it's like years and years later, it's like, okay, well, I moved on to something else.
It's like, babes, when you're going out with somebody.
Yep.
Or when you've discussed possibly having a date with a person.
Yep.
And they just keep saying later on we'll do it down the line. Eventually your excitement is going to go away and you're going to move on to other people.
Or, if you take it even further, a woman is waiting for her fiance to marry her, right? Or maybe it's the other way around where a woman is waiting for her boyfriend to ask her to marry her, but it's already 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Pretty soon she's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to find someone who will marry me.
I remember once, babes.
Yeah.
I had kind of seen this girl a little bit. We'd only gone out on a couple of dates. There may have been some action, though.
Uh-oh.
And I had discussed with her, hey, let's go out again. And I tried to schedule the thing. She was kind of blowing me off. Mm-hmm. So what did Rick do? Rick moved on with his life.
Yeah.
4 years later, she reaches out to me. By then, I'm kind of in 2 relationships. I know, it's a weird story. This is 2011, though. It was allowed.
Uh-oh.
And, you know, we go out, we have lunch, and then I'm just like, hey, I have to go. I got things to do. And she was shocked that I would just, like, leave, you know, because she was still thinking this is 2007 Rick who wants to get with her.
And now it's 2011 Rick.
Yeah, 2011 Rick had other options.
So she, even though you two discussed that this isn't going to be serious or this isn't going to be exclusive, she just thought that you were going to change your mind?
Well, it wasn't that we had that discussion. It was like when I tried to get with her after we initially hooked up, she was kind of blowing me off. And then out of the blue, she reaches out to me. But by that time, I had moved on.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So that's an example about how, yeah, you're only going to anticipate something for so long, and then it's like your brain turns off to it and has to move on with your life. Like, you know who I feel for, babes?
What?
Are you familiar with the King Killer Chronicles?
No.
Have we talked about that here?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. There's this dude named Patrick Rothberg, or Rothberg? I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe something else, but we're going to call him Rothberg.
Okay.
And he wrote 2 books that are called the King Killer Chronicles. Uh-huh. They're supposed to be amazing. Mm-hmm. But it's a trilogy. And everybody's waiting on the 3rd book. The last one was released in 2011. Okay, in 2019, I'm talking to a friend of mine who tells me about these books because I hadn't heard about them beforehand. And he says, you've got to read them. They're amazing. And the follow-up book is coming out in 2 months. It's been written, And 2 months from now, they're coming back, and he's announced that he's going to do 3 more books in this trilogy.
Yeah.
Which, one, I thought a trilogy was 3 books, but okay.
Right.
And it's mid-2022. The 3rd book has yet to be released. Mm-hmm. So that turns me off to wanting to read the trilogy. But also, I think of his fans who read the first 2 books. Like,
yeah,
that would drive me insane.
Yeah.
That's the same reason I haven't gotten into Game of Thrones. And I've heard that George R.R. Martin is good friends with Patrick Rothberg or whatever his name is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
So anticipation can be a real thing that ruins too much if you let it go too far.
If you wait so long.
Yeah. People are only going to wait a certain amount of time before they move on from you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like waiting around for someone who says that, I'm going to get back to you. Mm-hmm. Like, if you were friends with someone for a while and they move away and they're like, oh yeah, we should, when I come back into town, we should get together, but then they don't. And it's like, you know what? I'm not going to wait around for this person because I've waited around for years and years and years, and they've made all these promises like we're going to do something when I get into town, or I'm going to move back and we're going to hang out more. And it's like after a while, it's like, I'm done waiting.
Yeah.
You already gave me your answer. I mean, there's so many examples.
At some point, you got to assume somebody's either blowing you off or they don't know what they're doing. And then you got to go out and do yours, right?
Yeah. But it's the same people that it's like they're waiting for you to reach out to them. But then they won't put any effort into it. I mean, there's so many examples of that.
There was this one girl, babe. I know you probably like, Rick always talks about ex-girlfriends on this.
Yeah.
I wasn't really seeing this girl, but we were kind of sort of starting to see each other.
Okay.
And for a good 3 or 4 years after, it felt like whenever I would start to see somebody else, I would get either a phone call from this girl or an email trying to catch up with me.
Oh, wow.
Like, literally, there were a couple of times, babes, where I would go out on a date with another girl.
Yeah.
And the next day, this girl would email me.
Really?
Yes. That happened at least twice, and probably more than that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that the one that kept, were you the one who broke it off with this person?
She kind of put me on ice.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, you're not really digging Rick, which, okay, that's your choice. Bad taste, everyone's entitled to it. But then you can't be surprised when I go for other people.
Right, exactly. Or I've had situations where I waited for a guy, but then come to find out they were seeing other girls. They've seen more than one girl. Not at the same time, but, within reason,
yeah.
Right? One at a time, but within reason. And I'm thinking, I waited 2 years for this guy. I'm going to just, move on with my life. Because,
I don't think I've ever waited that long.
Yeah, but that was when I was at a school that when it came to guys, it was slim pickings.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I didn't really have a choice in the matter. But then after a while, I'm like, you know what? This guy has been waiting for me, obviously. So I'm not going to wait for this guy. And it's just like, it doesn't work after a while. You just can't keep waiting around for something to come along when they're not even doing their part or whatever.
Exactly.
It's like, come on.
Yeah.
There's so many examples.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever done that to a woman. There was one time where you might be able to make an argument to where this girl was kind of interested in me and I'm blowing her off, but she had also told me that she was in a relationship at that time too.
Oh, I think I know which one it is.
Yeah, this was like in 2009?
Yeah. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
In Colorado.
Yeah.
And so she's sending these signs that she's into me, but then she's like...
Are you talking about the one Are you talking about the one that came back into town and then you went to see her? I think she was in Portland or something, and you went to see her, and then you found out that she had a boyfriend already.
I don't even know which one. No, this was in Denver.
Oh, in Denver.
This is a girl I used to work with, but she's sending these signals that she's into me, and she's also talking about her boyfriend at the same time. So it's like.
So you're getting mixed messages.
I'm getting mixed messages, and people are like, well, why don't you hit it? And I'm like, because I don't want some boyfriend coming after me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But were they very obvious signs that she was...
There were super obvious signs that she was hitting on me. Like, and some people thought, whoa, is Rick just not getting this? No, but I'm also getting the fact that she's talking about how she talks to her boyfriend all the time.
But she talks about the guy a lot.
It wasn't a lot, but she mentioned that she was in a relationship a few times, and I go over to her place and she'd say, "Oh, I just got off the phone with my boyfriend."
Okay. So she was still with the guy. It wasn't like they broke up or anything.
That was the impression that I got.
Well, it sounded to me like she wanted you on the side.
Yeah, but I'm not that type of man.
Really? Yeah, but she had 2 different relationships.
What? I had 2 different relationships?
No, you didn't you just say a few minutes ago that...
Oh, yes.
You were seeing 2 people at the same time.
Okay, here's the thing, though. That was like an open thing. Like, everybody knew... They didn't know about it, everybody else, but there was no talk of exclusivity with those 2 girls, right? Oh. So it's not like I told them that I was exclusively seeing them, and I assume that they were also seeing other people at the same time.
Okay. I don't know how people can juggle that, but okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't like... I wasn't straight up telling them, hey, I'm seeing other people, but it was kind of known that we're not in a committed thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, but then you've told me that you weren't really like that anyway to begin with.
I'm not, but occasionally, life presents you these situations. Now, had this girl, the other girl who was super obvious about it, said, hey, I'm in an open relationship, we may have had a different discussion, but that's not the vibe I got.
Okay.
And also, what does Rick know? Rick's dyslexic.
No, you even if you are dyslexic, you would have known that already.
I don't know.
Right?
We dyslexics don't understand stuff, I guess.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that just seems very complicated to me. What?
So, moving off of anticipation, babes.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Yep.
I called you.
Yep.
And I tell you that I'm reading a book on Sam Giancana.
Yeah.
You had no idea who he was.
No, I didn't.
What did you think when I told you a little bit about him?
I didn't know what to think, honestly. I never heard of the guy. I don't remember hearing his name, and he just told me about him. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
A lot of people think that he was involved in the Kennedy assassination.
Yeah.
And that maybe he tried to get Fidel Castro murdered. Mm-hmm. He was about to testify in front of some committee and was basically killed. And the cops found him because I think he was in witness protection.
Oh, wow.
So I was super excited for this book.
Uh-huh.
I started reading it yesterday.
Yeah.
But I noticed that a lot of it is about his relationship with his brother.
Oh, wow.
Like, it keeps going on about him and his brother Chuck.
Yeah.
And about how Chuck looked up to him. Chuck was mad at him a lot. And I'm thinking to myself, why are they talking so much about Chuck in this book?
Not about the Kennedy assassination.
Well, I understand it because this starts off before then, and it's supposed to be a portrait of his life.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of talk about Chuck in this book.
Okay.
Okay? And I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to finish the book. Okay?
Okay.
Go on to Bookshare where I got it.
Yep.
Looking at the book because you can go through your history.
Yep.
And I see that one of the authors of this book is Chuck Giancana.
Oh,
his brother. So I'm like, okay, well, if this is a book about you and your bro, That's great, but I wanted to...
you wanted to read a biography.
Yeah, about a powerful gangster, not about your brother. And the whole thing is about, how you looked up to him, but he used to beat you sometimes.
Jeez. That's almost like when you were telling me about the, I know this is a totally different person, but about the Neil Young book where you didn't think it was, you thought that his biography or whatever, or memoir wasn't that great because he kept talking about the Pono player and... It was
super inappropriate. Literally every other chapter, and I'm not making this up, was about the Pono player. And he kept rehashing the same points about how you're losing sound quality, you don't understand that. And there is some truth to that, but he over-exaggerates. And he hammers the point in to such an extent to where you zone him out. And since half of the book is about this, you lose interest, or at least I did.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I want to hear about something interesting, not about some stupid player that doesn't work.
Well, I think the player did work.
Okay.
It's no longer on the market, though, because not enough people bought it.
So it wasn't a program, per se, but it was an actual player?
It was an alternative to the iPod.
Okay.
And it played high-quality digital files.
Okay.
I was at a show. How do I want to say this? I used to be involved with a man.
What?
Artistically speaking. This was one of the other relationships I had.
That could have been taken very, very wrong.
No. This guy, the vegan dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he had a son and gave his son up for adoption because he found out that his son was going to eat meat someday. Anyways.
So is that true?
He gave his son up for adoption. I don't know if it's ever.
Okay.
Like 20 years later, the son reaches back out to him, and the son was adopted by like this super rich family in Colorado.
Okay.
They get back in contact, and his son, whose name I know, but I'm not going to say here, comes to some of the shows that we were doing at the time before we had a beef. One day, the son brings his boss.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was his boss or business partner, but they had started a high-quality headphone company together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this goes to show you how much money was involved.
Wow.
So I started talking to the boss, and at the time, I was reading a lot about the Pono player because I thought I was going to learn something about Neil Young.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we didn't have time to finish the conversation, but he said that a lot of Neil Young's claims about how you lose sound quality, they're true, but they're very over-exaggerated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that he was upset with them, and apparently some other people in the audiophile world were as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of headphones were they doing? I
don't remember.
You don't remember the brand?
I could find out, but it would require me asking people that I have beef with. So.
Okay.
But I recognize the name, though, when they told me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I used to run in some really powerful circles for a while. I mean, I was like the homeboy making jokes in the background. But I talked to some powerful people.
I still can't believe that your boss at the time, that I will not mention this person's name, actually just completely shut down the opportunity of being in a documentary. Because I could have been dating a really...
Oh, no, Bezos, it was more than a documentary.
More than a documentary.
Did I tell this? I don't think I told the story here.
I think you might have. But it bears repeating.
Okay, it bears repeating. If I did, sorry. You're hearing it again. I don't think I did, though.
All right.
Okay. So we're in Texas doing a show for this billionaire. And it's basically his wife is having a birthday.
The one that had the 40th birthday, right? Yeah,
yes. She was having a 40th birthday. Her husband was a billionaire. I don't know what they did.
Yeah.
But something that you made billions of dollars.
Right.
Okay. We do the party, and it goes over really, really well. And I like to talk to people after doing shows. I think it's kind of fun. So I'm going out around the room, talking to people, and people are really having a good time. So it's loose, an environment. And I'm actually really good at mingling with rich people just because I'm still Rick. So I don't treat them any differently. And because I have rich friends.
Yeah.
And because I still give them shit is why I continue to have rich friends anyways. So it ain't no thing. And I start talking to this guy and he's like, what you do would make a really interesting reality TV show. And I'm thinking, okay, cool, man. Yeah. It's like, you don't know what I do you? No, you're a guest here. And he's like, I produce reality TV shows.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
So I get the guy who you would technically call my boss.
Right.
And I introduce them. And he says, I want to fly you and Rick out to LA. So this happened in like November. Right? And he says, right now things are kind of quiet, but I want to continue communicating with you guys. And in January, I want to fly you and Rick out to LA to pitch the idea of a reality TV show. And I know as I'm saying it sounds like, Rick, you're making this up. I swear I am not making this up. Okay. To the best of my memory, this is how it went down.
Yeah.
So boss is like, cool, this is really good. We're struggling to get gigs and anything would be helpful. Guy leaves and the boss is like, I don't want to do a reality TV show. That would be horrible. And I'm thinking, bro, we're not doing any gigs now. But it gets even worse. So the guy follows up with an email like 3 days later.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's still excited about this. Puts his name in, says it was great meeting with you guys, blah, 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 blah. This is my contact information. And, keep in contact. Let's talk after the holidays. My boss gets on the email, writes in the wrong name for the guy, and just says, I don't know if we're interested. Maybe we'll get back to you.
Writes in the wrong name?
Yeah, so the guy says his name in the email.
Yeah.
And my boss writes the wrong name in response to him. And says something like, maybe we'll get back to you. Kind of gives the guy the cold shoulder.
Wow.
And I can't do anything because it's like a package deal. It ain't like he just wants to do a reality show with your man Rick. So I'm basically screwed because of association. But yeah, there was talk, and that's how it started, of maybe I would be a star on a reality TV show.
Wow.
Yeah. A powerful guy wanted to do it. And the person I was associated with at the time, who kept talking about how we needed more work, blew him off in a really shitty way. Yep. Anyways.
Not only did he get his name wrong, which is really, really unprofessional.
Oh, I was so embarrassed.
Really unprofessional. It sounded to me, and I don't know, I wasn't there. I didn't know you existed. So.
Yeah, this was before we dated.
Of course it was. But it was almost like he didn't even want to look into it. He didn't even want to, play with the idea of possibly doing a show like this.
And he was the type of guy, babes, who would always talk about how we got to do more gigs, we got to get more work going on. But whenever we had really cool opportunities, he completely shit the bed on them. Like, all right, I don't know if I told you this. Do you know about the group Elephant Revival?
No.
All right, they're a band in Denver.
I think you told me about them.
They're a pretty big deal. And I forgot the name of their management team. But my boss was good friends with one of the guys in Elephant Revival, who I'm actually friends with on Facebook. We're not real life friends, but we've met each other in real life. And he's a nice enough guy. And so Elephant Revival's management approaches my boss, wanting to team up with him to put together shows across the country. So I know you don't know them, but Elephant Revival has sold out venues like Red Rocks in Colorado, which is a pretty big deal.
It's a pretty famous spot?
It's a pretty famous spot, and they've sold it out a number of times, from what I've heard. So,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but isn't Red Rocks like a place to go hiking?
It's an outdoor venue, but it's a very popular outdoor venue.
Oh,
okay. So their management approaches my boss wanting to basically promote us and manage us and all that stuff. And he flies me out to Denver and he says, we're going to do some shows out there. It's very important. We got to be super professional, all this stuff. We do the shows. They go really well. The next day we have the meeting. And he's like building it up like this is an incredible thing. We go to talk with them, and meeting goes pretty well. Afterwards, he says, okay, I think this is almost a done deal. I'm very excited about this. And like a couple of days later, he starts dropping hints like he's going to check out again. Like, I don't know about these guys. I have a few issues with them. We're probably going to get worked out. Couple months go by. Keep asking him, hey, what's going on with this? Mm-hmm. One day I get an email just basically saying, I've decided the deal's off the table. I don't want to do it.
Wow.
Yeah. This shit would happen all the time. I actually have more stories, but I'm gonna spare you the details. But one day, I'll give you a teaser. One day I will tell you this story about how we almost got an organized mall tour where we were going to go across the country performing at different malls.
Oh, that would have been cool.
That would have been very cool.
Yeah.
And that also came very close and didn't happen. And you already know about the Katy Perry's birthday party thing.
Yeah, that was a disaster.
That was, for me, it was a disaster.
But and I'll just say this. I myself, I'm not a Katy Perry fan, so I'm not a Katy Perry fan by any means, but that just is. It sounds to me like he's one of those people that when an opportunity comes his way, he's so scared. I'm guessing that maybe he's so scared to take part in that opportunity because he's afraid that if he does, it's not going to go well.
Yeah, I'll tell you one more story, but it's a quick one.
Right.
And I was not there, but he was doing a gig in Texas.
Yeah.
Fox interviewed him, the local Fox affiliate.
Oh, wow.
And it's like their morning show out there.
Yep.
They were going to do like the whole morning, where they have the news anchors in the studio, but they have the person who's at the actual event. And they check in throughout the morning. So maybe they first interview the guy who started it, and then they interview other people and talk about their experience around it. And they tell my friends at the time, you be cool on this, you can do everything you want, but just don't swear on it, right?
Yeah.
So he gets on there and he's immediately like, fuck yeah, we're fucking here in Austin. They completely killed the segments. They took their newswoman away, and they didn't do any follow-up segments on the morning news. Because he just had to swear.
Wow, he just destroyed it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now you know. And you could get an idea of what happened to our friendship.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he'll completely ruin an opportunity before it starts.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll completely shut down an opportunity right when it could be really, really good.
Exactly.
But I mean, how can you make time for somebody that will flake out on you at the last minute, and then they, it's just like it's like one of those people that will not take an opportunity if it involves any kind of work.
And you know why our creative collaboration ended.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go into all the details, but basically the Katy Perry thing was like the straw that broke the camel's back for me. But
unbelievable.
And you also know why our friendship ended, and it had to do with another guessing game, which I would go into, but I just don't want to like trash this person all day. But crazy.
I know if you had your way, you would.
If I had my way, I would. But
I'd be like, no, I would put a stop to it afterwards.
In some ways, babes, he's like the hot chick from 2007 that I was telling you about, the one who. We were kind of seeing each other, and then she put me on ice, and then years later she wanted to hang out again. But by then I'd moved on. Because he'll kind of do these games with people to where he'll have this great idea, and then he'll put you on ice, and then he'll kind of come back to it.
Yeah. It's like you put a plate of food on the back burner expecting it to be there when you come back, and then somebody took it.
I know he listens to this sometimes because back when we were cool, we used to, he used to like write me notes occasionally. Oh, I totally think it's cool you talked with Alana about that.
Oh.
So I don't know if he still does, but he started a couple of episodes.
Yeah, but if you're no longer in contact with this person because, can I say this? Because you blocked him?
Yeah, you can say that I blocked him.
Okay. Well, did you block him from everything?
Oh, yeah. I
Okay, so most likely he probably won't be listening to it.
But if he does, I'm sure the spin will be to other people. I can't believe Rick's bad-mouthing me. He just switched, and I don't know what happened.
Well, I mean, I think as we've gotten older, we've gotten a lot better at really picking the people that are in our lives. Mm-hmm. Because, you realize that there are people that do have your best interests and there are people that don't have your best interests because they haven't gotten their stuff together.
Exactly.
So, to those people who don't have their stuff together, get some therapy or something. Yeah,
and again, he's not the worst person in the world. That's not, he has some great qualities.
He's just as much a human being as everybody else, but really, I think people like that really do need a lot of help.
And let's put it to you this way. If he hears this behind the scenes and he comes out and says, I can't believe Rick was just bad-mouthing me, mm-hmm. I'm not the only ex-friend of his who is bad-mouthing him. Because I've heard other stories about people, too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And I've heard... let me just say this, and then we are for sure moving on.
Okay, because I think we should.
I know of stories about people who are in his inner circle now who have said some crazy stuff about him behind his back.
Uh-oh.
And we're just going to leave it at that. And some people who he loves on Facebook. And we're just going to leave it at that and move on.
Yeah. How did we get started on this?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, we were talking about headphones. Because, okay.
Oh, wait, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
The guy whose son is involved with the headphones company used to be part of this creative endeavor.
So let me just say one more thing before I move on officially.
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting too that that one person you were talking about that had that was connected to the headphone thing.
Uh-huh.
Your friend / boss.
Uh-huh.
Had to is no longer in contact with the person because I guess from what you told me, he used to be a big part of that organization.
He does. So, in fairness, they both make good points about why the other one is wrong.
Uh-huh.
And while I disagree with the guy who runs the organization,
yeah,
I do think that he's more in the right than the vegan guy whose son was involved with the headphone company. It doesn't mean that the vegan guy didn't make some good points, but I think overall the guy who ran the organization is more correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The vegan guy told me to go fuck myself. I told you that, right?
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Did I ever tell you that story?
No, but I don't think it bears repeating.
Okay, it bears repeating.
If you said it over here.
I didn't say it here. But basically what happened was he was trying to screw the guy who started the business. And he expected me to go along with it because I had left it. So the vegan guy reaches out to me and I write him back and say, hey, I have some questions about this. And he writes me back saying, you're still supporting so-and-so, fuck you. And that's when we stopped talking and we're not talking again. Because as many problems as I have with the guy who runs the organization, I'd rather be involved with him than some crazy vegan who's just going to go off with me because he can't face his own shit.
Well, that your friend can't face his stuff either.
He can't, but he's better than the vegan guy.
All right, I think we should move on.
We should move on.
I think we're hitting a sore spot here.
Oh, we are. Okay.
Well, you seem a little bit tense now.
Oh, do I? Oh my goodness.
When you start shouting out expletives, I think we need to move on here.
Oh, I was just saying what he told me, babes. Oh, okay.
Moving on.
Give me a kiss, or else we're not moving on.
Ah!
Give me a kiss, or we're not moving on. We're talking about the vegan guy also.
Okay. Okay.
And this is my imitation of the vegan guy.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's move on, babes.
Okay. Thank you.
There was a story from there's actually two book stories that I want to tell you about.
Okay.
I told you this one the other day, but it was after we were doing this.
Mm-hmm.
In the Robin Williams book.
Yeah.
It talks about how he killed himself And the news slowly starts to get out there to people who knew him. And one of the people who found out was Jeff Bridges.
Uh-huh.
When they were working on I hope I didn't tell this here.
I don't think so.
All right. They were working on the movie The Fisher King. And there was a man who used to come to the set that they called Radio Man.
Uh-huh.
He was a homeless guy who looked a lot like Robin Williams.
Uh-huh.
And I think they used him as the stand-in for a couple of scenes. In any event, Jeff Bridges finds out about Robin Williams' suicide, and it's the night of some big movie premiere that Jeff Bridges had been working to get made for a while, the movie. Goes to the movie premiere, really sad, hangs out at the after party, looks outside, and he could swear that he sees Robin Williams. Runs outside, and it turns out that it's Radio Man, the guy who was an extra, or who was, I guess, Robin Williams' stand-in for the movie The Fisher King. That was a freaky story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he looked a lot like Robin Williams.
You looked a lot like him, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So let me tell you a story from the Bernie book that I keep forgetting to tell you that was kind of actually shocking. Bernie's in the South, and he goes to some restaurant to get some food, right?
Yeah.
So he's eating food, and the head chef, or one of the chefs, finds out that Bernie's there. He freaks out, goes and starts yelling at Bernie, "You ruined this country, blah, 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 blah." And as I'm reading this, of course, my mind goes to, because I'm a lib, this guy is probably like a huge Trump fan, right? But it turns out that the chef who's yelling at Bernie was like a diehard Hillary person.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's just like...
That's even worse.
Him and Chelsea Clinton are the two diehard Hillary people.
Well, Chelsea Clinton's her daughter. Of course she would be.
Oh, okay.
Of course she would be. Oh, that's even worse, Bubs.
Yes.
That's even worse.
That's even worse, yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I know that you're not a Trump person, but I will say this.
Go ahead.
I don't think a Trump person would just yell at Bernie like that.
I don't think so either, because I think Trump has actually said some positive things about Bernie.
Okay, well, and also, too, a lot of Trump people were, I've heard that some of them were kicked out of restaurants for no reason because they supported him and because they were in his cabinet.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't remember hearing stories about any person that either supported Donald Trump or were in his cabinet that actually started yelling at customers or people like that. But
well,
that's
let's examine this for a second.
I don't want to do that.
Well, we'll make it a very quick then examination.
Okay.
So I'm against kicking people out of restaurants if they're just Trump supporters.
Yeah.
We have massive disagreements. That doesn't mean that they're not a human being. All that
Right. Yeah.
But somebody who's in his cabinet. Well, let me rephrase the question. Do you think that somebody from Joe Biden's cabinet should be kicked out of a restaurant?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I think if they're causing problems.
Yeah, but let's say that they're just eating.
No, of course not. No. I mean, I would still eat at a restaurant if there was somebody who supported Joe Biden or in his cabinet, of course.
Yeah.
But if they're going to make a scene and say, any Trump supporters in here, I'm going to shoot the place up, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
Or any Trump supporters in here, I'm going to throw drinks at you. Or anyone who doesn't agree with me politically, I'm going to call you out and make a fool of you in the establishment. Then I have a problem with it.
I hear you.
Yeah. No. I don't believe anybody, even if you are disagreeing with them politically, should ever be kicked out of an establishment if they're not causing any problems.
Well, good.
Of course not.
Good.
Of course not. No.
Do you want to talk about the Marjorie Taylor Greene, or do you want time to research it?
I want to look this up because I did not hear about it.
Okay.
I know that the baby formula, I'll just say this, the baby formula thing is a big issue. That's all I'm going to say with that, but I'm going to look that up.
Nice. So I will save the comment that I wrote for social media.
I don't think you should mention it.
You didn't think that was funny?
Too far. No.
Oh, why was that too far? I thought that was kind of funny.
No, it's not.
Oh. It sounds like Jaylo doesn't support little bootstraps.
Oh. Bubs.
What?
Stop it.
I love you, babe. We should say, Jaylo.
Yes.
That we thought your mom was going to be here today.
Right. So this has been kind of a weird week. Okay. I get back on Sunday. Call my mom like I do, like a good daughter should, because I want to make sure that she's not worried about me. I'm assuming that she's going to come, I don't know, the next month or even 2 months afterwards, because I thought, okay, maybe she'll change her mind about that. Come to find out, she said, oh, I'm going to come this week on Thursday. And I'm thinking, oh, no, I don't have time to prepare. This is not enough time. And it's implied that she'll only be here for a week, which is like, okay, that I can handle that. That's no problem. But I also wasn't told like a week before I was supposed to leave for to go on my trip. So then then I get a phone call Wednesday evening as I'm getting ready to leave your place.
Yes.
And I said, oh, wow. I said, you're not going to believe this, but she's not going to come tomorrow. She's going to be here on the 3rd of June. And your response was really, like, you were very, very happy about it.
Well, let's just say that your mom likes kids. Not in a sick way, but she likes being around kids,
right? Why would you have to say that?
Not in a sick way, because we live in a weird society. She likes kids, right?
Yes, of course. She loves kids.
And she's in an area right now where there are like little kids around. And your mom is also a big fan of Jesus. And I want those kids to learn about the teachings of Jesus Christ from a woman who can really inform them.
No, you don't.
So I was excited from that aspect.
No, you don't. What you're basically saying is I get to have my girl and myself, and her mom's not going to be a part of it.
Now, I'll grant you that is an extra benefit. But I was looking at things from the Jesus angle.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was.
You were not.
Why do you say that?
Because I know you're joking.
Why?
Because you don't want to be around when she talks about Jesus.
Oh. Well, and also she's coming on a weekend where it was unlikely that I was going to hang out here anyway because something else is going on then.
Right.
With you.
Yeah. I was invited to a birthday party.
Oh.
Now, I still haven't gotten the logistics of it, but I'm sure eventually I will probably get something, hopefully in the next week, so I can plan this out.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. And I also have to figure out what I'm going to get this person.
I like your idea of a gift card.
Yeah, I thought about that. Because I don't know what this person... I don't know this person very well. And, if I give this person a gift card, then she'll be able to buy whatever she wants with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you there, Jaylo.
Even if it's not a very expensive card, I think that would, they'll give her something to, that she can buy for herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what my cousin did one year?
Uh-oh. What happened?
This was cheap, but I don't really care about presents, so I was kind of cool with it.
Okay.
There's these like $1 lottery ticket things.
Uh-huh.
I think what it is, babes, is you scratch them out and you could win some money.
Yes.
And he bought everybody in the family a $1 like scratch ticket.
Jeez.
I actually thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, even though you don't gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my presents in. Was that for the holidays?
I think that was for the holidays. I thought that was great.
Well, is there anybody in your family that likes lotto tickets?
Oh, I don't know. I think my aunt used to play the lotto because I have memories of being a little kid and my aunt being my cousin's mom.
Yeah.
And seeing her and my grandma watch when the lottery would come on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Some of my relatives are really into that. I'm not so much. I mean, they're cheap to get, and all you do is do the scratch thing, and it's I don't know. I'm beginning to think of the lotto thing as just like a get rich quick thing, and I'm just so not enamored with those things anymore. I never really was, but I always wondered, I guess I thought about the whole Publishers Clearinghouse thing, but that's another thing that's a lot of people don't always win that. So I don't know if you have to pay taxes when you win a gift from when you win money from the Publishers Clearinghouse, but
I would imagine you would.
I don't know. Because the idea of getting money for life was like, oh wow, I wouldn't have to work anymore. But
yeah.
I'm thinking there has to be a catch to this. Because it's almost like gambling too.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I don't know the whole Publishers Clearinghouse thing. I used to see the Ed McMahon and Dick Clark commercials way back in the day when I was a little kid. Yeah. But I never really looked into it.
Yeah, I should look at that to see how that works, because it kind of reminds me of what?
Did I ever tell you, babes, that this is going to make me look stupid. I don't just badmouth ex-bosses.
Okay.
So I'm like 8 years old, and I'd seen the Publishers Clearinghouse commercials, obviously. Yeah. My dad had a roommate. And one day my roommate gets mail, and it's like, I see that it's from the Publishers Clearinghouse. Yeah. I remember thinking to myself, I got to be a little bit nicer to him just in case he wins the $10 million.
Yeah, but you were only 8. You didn't know any better.
It's not like this happened last week or anything.
So this person actually signed up for their sweepstakes.
I don't know how that works, or if they just sent him something in the mail.
Yeah.
And if it was like junk.
Just like, did I mention that that scam caller that said that I won 3rd place for Publishers Clearinghouse?
I think you did.
Yeah. Number 1, I didn't sign up for it. Number 2, it was only the 3rd place. It wasn't like the grand prize. I'm glad I didn't fall for that. That was just so stupid.
You could have gotten a free bottle of Pepsi.
I could have bought it for $1. Huh. Yeah, but he was also telling me that before I got this money, I had to pay $99 for this card.
Oh yeah, that's a complete.
And I had to go to like a place like Walmart or whatever to get it, and he was trying to get me to buy it, and I said, well, wait a minute, if this is a gift, because later on I'm thinking about this, like, wait a minute, he's trying to get my money. And I said, well, wait a minute, if this is a gift, then why do I have to buy this card? It should be already given to me.
Did we discuss the scam that somebody almost pulled on you a couple months ago, where they pretended to be your friend over the email?
Yes.
Oh, we did. Okay.
No. Did we?
I can't remember.
It bears repeating because people should really watch out for that. It looked like one of my contacts, and they were trying to get me to buy these games or whatever it is, because I think it was for somebody's niece, and I was kind of skeptical about this, and I said, oh, before I do this, I'm going to ask my boyfriend about whatever it is it was.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was from, like, I don't know if it was from Google Play or something. Google Play, yeah. And then what I did was I looked at this person's email, because my friend's name was coming up on it, and I'm like, blah, 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 and I'm like, you know what? I better look into this person's email. And I looked at the email, and this person spelled the email address wrong. And it was from a different account.
Uh-oh.
So I deleted it right away.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they almost scammed me, and I'm really glad I looked into it, because it was like, no.
You want to hear a story about my mom, babes?
What happened? Was this a scam thing? What happened?
Well, it had kind of. So here's what happened.
Okay.
My mom, God love her, not the best with technology.
Yeah.
Okay. She finally decides that she's going to learn about computers in 2005 or 6.
Yeah.
So she gets one, and I don't know, maybe a day later I get a phone call from her, and she's like, oh, honey, I think I'm going to get you a free laptop. And I'm excited because at first I'm not putting two together. So I was like, Mom, that's great. I'd love a free laptop. She's like, yeah, I'm trying to fill out this survey on this website, and it's asking me for all my personal information. And I entered it, but each time I press the button, it takes me back to the top. Can you help me enter my personal information?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, any website that asks you for your personal information, unless it's like Social Security, because they have it on record.
Yeah. And I almost ruined her computer, too.
I know.
Yeah. But she's dead, so it's okay.
Oh.
I did not kill her. She died in natural causes.
Did she eventually get a new computer after that one?
She didn't know that I had downloaded a virus on her computer.
And you didn't know that until later?
Yeah, and she left the computer when she moved to Atlanta, and me and my mom didn't talk for a couple of years after that. We had a great relationship. And when we got back in contact, I don't think she was using computers anymore, but she ended up buying like a knockoff iPad. Like, it was called like iMad or whatever.
Oh, jeez.
That was for like $100.
iMad?
I don't know if that's what it was called, but you know, it was like a cheap iPad alternative.
And it wasn't that great?
No, she paid $100 for it.
Oh, okay.
But she liked it, so.
She liked it? Okay.
And I think that was her main computer until she died.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
And when did this whole thing happen with her computer? What year was it?
That she got one?
No, the one that was messed up. Which one?
Oh, that was 2006. That was the first one and the only full computer that I think that she ever bought.
Was that before you moved to Colorado?
Here's what happened.
Okay.
I don't do this anymore, as you know.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm a big Howard Stern fan. And this, I know that you bringing up Howard Stern again, but trust me, this relates.
Okay.
And I love listening to Howard. Been a fan since the 90s. Anyways, I moved to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I'm not hearing Howard on the radio out there.
Yeah.
But I know that he's moving his show to Sirius satellite radio in January of 2006.
Uh-huh.
So I'm really excited. And in summer of 2005, I go to Radio Shack to buy a Sirius radio because I want to be prepared, because I know that the holidays, they're going to be out of stock.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that I can listen to Howard on the first day.
Uh-huh.
Okay. They're not selling them at Radio Shack.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
At the time, because Hawaii is not part of the continental United States, they didn't have access to Sirius radio.
Ah, that makes, okay.
No, you're asking how does this relate to my mom. We're going to get there.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
Okay.
So, thinking this is horrible. I'm not going to be able to listen to Howard when he goes over to Sirius.
Yeah.
January 9th comes and goes. That was the first day he was on Sirius.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around the web. I find a website that says they offer the Howard Stern Show as a podcast, but you have to pay like $15 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, I'm not just going to sign up for it. So what do? I go on Howard Stern's website and I email one of his staff members because this is how Rick's Head works. And I say, hey, I found this thing. Is the show being offered as a podcast? I'd love to go back to listening. Mm-hmm. Now, his staff, they actually got back to me like the next day.
Oh, really?
And this was when Howard was at like the height of his fame.
Right.
They're really nice about it, basically just saying that we're sorry, but at this time there's no way to listen legally in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is past the statute of limitations. Uh-huh. But there used to be a website called LimeWire that used to post pirated content. And I didn't go on LimeWire, but somehow LimeWire ended up on my computer.
Oh, wow.
And episodes of Howard Stern Show may have been downloaded on my computer.
But you didn't download the LimeWire program.
It somehow got on my computer. Let's just put it to you like that. And somehow some searches for Howard Stern's show made on my computer and downloaded.
Okay.
So I was listening to the show, and at the time I didn't know this was illegal.
Oh.
And this is past the statute of limitations anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So around this time, I'm also looking into moving to Denver, right? Mm-hmm. Get the okay, gonna move to Denver. Got to put my stuff in storage. So I no longer have my place. I go over to my mom's place one night. Mm-hmm. And this is like right before I moved to Denver, like literally the weekend before I go. Mm-hmm. And I go on her internet and I see I've heard that LimeWire can be downloaded onto computers. I wonder if I can do it from my mom's computer.
Uh-oh. But
there's a firewall, so I can't download LimeWire. And I'm like, I really want to listen to Howard.
Yeah.
And then I remember there's a program called Kazaa.
Yes.
And not every firewall is designed the same.
Yeah.
So I'm able to download Kazaa. Mm-hmm. And I try, just to see how it works, downloading Howard Stern's show off of Kazaa.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And I may have downloaded a virus onto my mom's computer. Because this is like a couple of days before I go.
Yeah.
I get off her computer. She tries to go on. And she's like, I don't know what's going on. My computer's not working right now. I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, Mom.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
You were bad.
How am I bad, boy?
Oh.
I just wanted to see if something would download.
Oh.
And again, that was past the statute of limitations.
Okay.
Yes. That was 2006.
Oh.
And I didn't know that was illegal at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's not being aware of something, I guess, until it happened. I suppose I couldn't blame you for that one.
Exactly. Isn't this great, babes? I may have confessed to a crime. I brought up old beefs. I'm just hitting it out of the park today.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes. I got tickled by my Jaylo. Almost brought up Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm doing great, babes.
Uh-oh.
Yes. How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
You're okay.
Yeah.
Where are you in the Lee Strobel book?
I think I'm either in chapter 10 or chapter 11, somewhere around there.
Nice. Well, don't go bankrupt.
What?
Chapter 11, bankruptcy.
Oh, jeez.
Ba-dum-dum. Ba-dum-bum.
Ba-dum-bum.
You remember there was that time in Ted Lasso, babes?
Yeah.
Where he makes a joke to Rebecca, and she just isn't paying attention, and he does the ba-dum-bum on her desk.
Oh, I forgot which one it was.
I forgot what joke it was.
I like the 2 tenths joke.
Yeah, that's good.
These 2 tenths. Yeah, I think he's about 2 wigwams.
Oh,
and this is like, yeah, he's 2 tenths.
Yes.
No, I know his jokes are really corny. I mean, there's some things for sure I like about Ted Lasso, but I know that his jokes are corny, but they really know how to they really know how to make it funny, even if it's corny.
I am looking forward to season 3.
Oh.
Yes. Babes, I feel like I interrupted you.
About what?
About the Lee Strobel book. What's going on in this? Chapter 10 or 11. Keep going.
Yeah, so, he is speaking to a Messianic pastor, and for those who don't know who, Messianic, people are, there are, Jews that convert to Christianity.
Oh?
Yeah, so, he is I guess you could call him a rabbi / pastor. So he is talking to this guy named Louis Lapides and learning about his story. But I think they're going to go into what he discovered, into looking at the life of Jesus and where he came to his conclusions.
Nice.
So it's good stuff. I'm thinking that eventually I want to read more of his books. He's a really good writer.
He does have some good stuff. I've even thought about that, and I'm not a Christian. Well,
I mean, I think there's a lot of things to think about when you read his books.
Yeah. Oh, let me lie down for a second.
Oh.
Babes.
Yes.
I had a religious question I wanted to ask you.
Uh-oh.
So you say that Jesus and God, they love everybody, right? Even if they go to hell.
Well, I think that Jesus doesn't want anyone to perish.
Okay.
Yes.
But they still love them, or what?
Yes, of course. Yes, yes, I believe that God the Father and Jesus do love these people, even if I think that they grieve.
Even somebody like Kim Jong-il Or Un, or whatever we're calling them these days.
Well, right. I believe that even bad people were made in God's image.
Wow.
But, so that also means that I still believe that they can be forgiven for what they have done, if they ask for it.
So what if Kim, who's running North Korea right now, comes out and we find out that he's dying of venereal disease. Mm-hmm. And he says, I'm going to be dead in a couple of weeks, but I want you all to know that last night I decided to accept Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. He gets to go, potentially he gets to go to heaven.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, you have to also remember, too, that people that do go to heaven aren't just, quote-unquote good people, right? They're people that have been forgiven for really a lot of bad things. I mean, look at King David. If you read the stories of King David, he got into adultery. Mm-hmm. He took someone's wife, and he also had her husband killed.
Yeah.
But that also was something that he had to live with for the rest of his life. Also, his son Absalom.
That's a weird name.
Absalom, yeah, that's one of his sons. His son Absalom got into a lot of trouble because David did not discipline him well.
Oh.
And then he had another son named Amnon who raped his daughter, who was his sister Tamar.
Wow.
So there's a lot of things that went on with David and his past. So, but he was known as the man after God's own heart. So even an adulterer and also someone who got his mistress's husband murdered can also be forgiven for that.
And raised a son who raped his own sister.
And a son who was out to kill his own father.
So this is going to sound like an odd question, but was David a kid toucher, or do we not know?
No.
Okay. Well, no, because his son was raised to rape his own sister.
No. He never committed any rapes. No.
Okay.
No. He never committed any rapes against children. No.
Oh, that's good.
No. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy for him there. Jaylo.
Yay.
Babes.
Yes.
I started a new book last night.
Oh.
Which
one?
It's called Cameraman, and it's about the life of Buster Keaton.
Oh, okay. I don't think you told me that.
No, because I think I started it after we got off the phone.
Okay.
It's pretty good so far. The author tries to compare Buster Keaton to the times he's living in.
Yeah.
For example, she talks about how when he's coming up as a little kid, his parents were performers. Mm-hmm. They took him on the road, but there was starting to be more pressure against having children actors and performers doing dangerous stunts.
Yeah.
And part of that was...
What year was that, though?
Well, he was born in 1895.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There was a woman... She was born earlier. I think her name was Mary Ellen Williams?
Yeah.
Or Williamson?
Uh-huh.
And her story was her dad died, I think, shortly after she was born in the Civil War. Mm-hmm. And her mom didn't have enough money to take care of her. So she sent the daughter off to live with somebody else who basically abused her.
Oh.
Around the age of 10, maybe it was Mary Ellen. It was something like that. Got somebody to represent her in court, and she ended up in a good family, and she lived until the 1950s.
Okay.
But even though this was slightly before Buster Keaton's time, it sparked a revolution in how we look at the treatment of children in this country.
Oh, wow.
So that was a very interesting story. And it was talking about how... was it the Lamar brothers who were the official fathers of film?
Wow.
And the presentation of their first movie, and how one of them, I think, lived long enough to support Benito Mussolini.
Whoa.
Yeah. And the author went into a little bit of the history of Roscoe Arbuckle, which I knew the rape allegations, but I didn't know about his childhood.
What was his name?
Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle.
I didn't even know about that guy.
Oh, we got to talk about this dude.
Okay.
So check this out. He's a silent film comedian who is considered like a contemporary of Charlie Chaplin. Like he's that big of a name.
Wow.
And he gives Buster Keaton his first break. His first like big break as an actor, solo actor.
Yeah.
Because Buster Keaton was kind of popular as a kid, but it wasn't in film. It was like on the stage circuit with his parents. Okay. And Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle, who's kind of like the Chris Farley of his time, or John Belushi,
right,
signs this big deal. And I think he's going to make something like $1 million a year. This is in like 1922, when $1 million is like the biggest payday of any film performer ever. Not like today.
Yeah.
So Roscoe decides to celebrate this. I think it's on Labor Day weekend, but it may have been Memorial Day.
Okay.
And he goes down to San Francisco, hangs out with a woman alone in a room. She runs out of the room saying, "He just raped me," referring to Roscoe Arbuckle.
And this was back in the 1900s?
Like 1922.
Wow.
Okay? She yells out, he just raped me, and she leaves the room. And at first, people aren't really thinking much of this, right?
Yeah.
Time goes by. A few days later, he's back in L.A., and she dies.
Oh.
And they think it's related to sexual trauma.
Oh.
She yelled out a couple of days before, "He just raped me."
Yeah.
And he's like one of the biggest movie stars in the world.
Right.
So, of course, this gets attention.
Yep.
They bring Roscoe Arbuckle up on charges of rape and murder.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to this point in the book, by the way. I'm going off what I've read about him in the past.
Okay.
And he gets off because evidence starts to come out that she was a hooker.
Oh, wow.
And that she had some abortions. And I'm pro-abortion, but this was back in the day when back alley abortions could lead to sexual trauma and death and all that stuff. Or the appearance of it, I should say. And so I think her botched abortions, is what they determined killed her. But the scandal is so big that it basically ruins his career.
Wow.
And I think maybe he did one or two other films after this. He lost his contract because of morality clauses. And he basically just spends the rest of his life in shambles.
Wow.
So that's the story I knew before the book. But what I didn't know was how he got his name.
Oh.
Okay? He was named Roscoe Arbuckle because his dad didn't believe that Roscoe was his son. And so the dad named him after a politician that he hated.
Oh.
So every time he talked to his son, he would be reminded about how much he hated his son.
Wow.
Sorry, go ahead.
But Arbuckle was his last name?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Dad leaves the family shortly after Roscoe is born. The mom dies when he's 12.
Wow.
Dad comes back into his life, takes him off, and tells him, "You're responsible for your mom's death. She died because of complications related to your birth, even though it happened 12 years later." And because he's a little overweight, the dad gives him the name Fatty. So now he's Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle.
Oh, wow.
And the dad and the stepmom just completely mentally torture him.
Wow.
And then years later, he runs off and becomes a film star and then has his entire life ruined by a crazy woman.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel really bad for Roscoe.
What a sad existence.
Yeah. And you think you escape this because you go away and you're showing your dad and you're making people laugh and you become this huge star, and then you get accused of a murder and rape that you did not commit. And it ruins your entire life, even though you're acquitted.
Yeah, and this was back then when they couldn't, they didn't have the technology to check for, fingerprints or DNA.
Yeah.
So and things back then were different. Yeah.
But he was still acquitted, and it still ruined his career.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's almost like, well, maybe today is different. Like, I guess if you compared it to a pedophile, right? Mm-hmm. And pedophilia is very much a very, very horrible thing to happen.
Yeah.
And if a person has to register as a sex offender, it's on their record for life.
Yeah.
So their life is pretty much ruined when they try to get work, when they try to, they can't be around. If it was somebody who can't be around kids, they can't go to schools. They probably can't spend the holidays with the holidays with their relatives who have kids.
It's crazy stuff.
It is crazy. It is crazy. So I was thinking about I'm going to go back to when I told you about that one guy on this chat line that was trying to get me to invite him over for Christmas, right?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that here.
I think so. Anyway, so I was thinking about that because he got upset with me because he said, "Well, I thought you were understanding," and I'm thinking, well, why? How could a child sexual predator, how could he get somebody to understand something like that when he could very well do the same thing to an adult woman?
Or even worse, let's say you take him home and he molests like your niece or something like that.
Right. And I don't know this person. He was in prison, which really doesn't sit well with me. Mm-hmm. I don't tend to befriend people that were in prison for like horrible, heinous crimes. I don't do that.
Oh.
Violent and abuse against children, right?
Yeah.
So how could a woman like myself who doesn't even know this person, how could I be understanding? How could he expect me to understand that?
I don't know, babes.
I don't know either.
But some people are just messed up.
They are. And it was just very disturbing, and I'm like, no, I just think this guy is really sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you there, Jaylo.
So anyway,
yes.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah. Anyways, now I might read a book on Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle.
That is just horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be one thing if he actually did commit that crime. Mm-hmm. Then I would think of it differently.
I think the woman's name, and I hope I'm getting it right, was like Virginia Rapp.
Huh.
Yeah.
And did she end up killing herself?
I think she ended up dying, and they said it was because of sexual trauma. And then it came out in the trial that she had a lot of back alley abortions.
Wow.
And sometimes when examining crimes back then, that could come out looking like sexual trauma. Now, again, this is off of memory, and we're not at that place of the book. We just found out about Roscoe's childhood. So I'm going off stuff that I heard like back in the 90s, but it was something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And the world, who knows how many great movies the world lost out on because of that.
Right. And so he was a silent comedian just like Charlie Chaplin was.
And the whole reason he was in San Francisco was because he just signed this huge film deal. I think it was the biggest up until that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Buster Keaton, was that his real name? Buster?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? The other thing was weird, babes. He was born in some small town because his wife was his mom was on the road with her dad. And she just goes into some couple's house, gives birth, and they leave the next day. They leave that town. Yeah.
His mom was on the road with her dad, with his dad.
With Buster Keaton's dad, yeah.
Wow.
And she goes into labor, goes into some couple's house, gives birth, and just leaves the next day with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is.
And they leave with the baby.
Yeah. They took him with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they know this couple?
No, it was just some random couple in some city they were performing in. It was a small town.
It's like, and can you imagine if they have somebody over and it's like, hey, what is that? It's like, this one couple, the wife just gave birth. We didn't get a chance to clean it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff there, Jaylo. Good stuff there. Okay.
But Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle was a part of his life.
He helped him become a movie star, I guess you could say.
Now, did Buster Keaton grow up in a better family?
Well, it was better, but again, he was a stage kid,
okay.
and sometimes there would be accidents and he'd get hurt on stage.
Ooh.
Because I think they used to throw stuff at him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ow. That's not good.
People had life a lot harder back then than we do today.
Yes, we had it much better.
Yes.
I think.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Well,
that's why the people that were our age before we were even born, they seemed a lot older, I think.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now that we are a younger generation and we're getting a little bit older now, we still seem younger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yes, that's right.
Well, babes.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
I know I had some dreams that I wrote down on my phone, but it's in the other room.
You can talk about it tomorrow.
I'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you want to give me a kiss and we'll wrap this up?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ow.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
What?
What's going on?
Stop distracting me.
I'm not.
Stop making noises.
Okay, what else? All right, babes. Unless there's anything else you want to say.
No.
All right, bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.